Hi, I'm Sheila.
Hi, I'm Dave.
And we're co-owners of Punk's Backyard Grill here in Annapolis, Maryland. And today we wanted to spend a few minutes talking about Belgian beers, why we love them, and why you should too. So we'll just go right into it. Belgium has a long history of being occupied by other European countries, and so there's this idea that because there was always someone else coming in to control Belgium, that their beer brewing tradition became really, really strong because it was left untouched by all these foreign occupying countries, that they were pretty much left to develop their own beer brewing tradition, and so the identity of Belgian beers is very strong.
One of the other things I think that makes Belgian brewing so interesting is that they're not afraid, and they've never been kind of constrained by different categories. They never felt that they couldn't brew beers the way they wanted to. So there's always been an addition of spices, fruits, sugars, things that in other countries were often frowned upon, were kind of deeply embedded in the history of Belgian brewing, and is what made them really unique from the start. So what you'll often find is clove, dried bitter orange peel, coriander, all sorts of stuff like that they'll actually throw into the brew kettle while they're brewing it, as opposed to trying to pull those flavors out. They just put them in. In addition, they also oftentimes put in sugar, and that's to help boost alcohol content. They use different kinds of sugar to help kind of provide different type of body and different smoothness for the beers. It's a really different and unique brewing tradition, which makes them so interesting.
And one of the things that's really important to know about Belgian beers is that Belgian beers use Belgian yeast, and so there's this common belief that you can take any kind of wort, any kind of the malt and water mixture that you're about to ferment into beer. You could take any kind of wort, and if you ferment it with Belgian yeast, it will taste like a Belgian beer. So, like Dave mentioned, there are certain flavor characteristics. Also, banana, bubble gum. There are things that you'll begin to know over time as this is a typically Belgian flavor.
Right,
so.
And that yeast does help play with and pull out the flavors that they're adding in addition. So let's get right down to it. We have 4 beers here, and 2 of them are actually Belgians, and 2 of them are American craft breweries in the Belgian style. So let's start here with Ommegang Brewery. This is their Hennepin. They're out of upstate New York. The Hennepin is a farmhouse style ale, a saison. So what you find typically with saisons is they're very wild. The original brewing tradition was it was done by every farmer in their farmhouse, so they were very different and they were very rustic. They typically have a little bit of hop bitterness to them. They're pale and they're pretty crisp, but you pull out a lot of flavors of clove and a lot of flavors of spice and orange. This is a really good example of one. The Ommegang Brewery is an all-Belgian brewery in upstate New York, and they're owned in part by Duvel, which is an old Belgian brewing company. This is a really nice beer, and my favorite saison available these days. This Westmalle is a really unique and interesting beer. It gets really high ratings across the board. It's a 99, 100-point beer everywhere you look. It's brewed one of 5 breweries in Belgium that's actually run by monks, and so it's at a monastery. They own the Trappist label. The monks, the 5 monasteries who brew, and Westmalle is one of the 5. This is their triple. A triple is typically a very high alcohol pale beer. It's named that because the average triple has 3 times the amount of malt that's used in the kind of everyday Belgian drinking beers that they made at the monasteries. This is a 60-year-old recipe. It's a 9.5% alcohol. It's very light, and you pull out a lot of those banana and clove flavors that are very characteristic of Belgian beers. One of the things that's interesting, I think, about the Westmalle is that it's very high in alcohol, but they do it's so well balanced that it doesn't taste like a high alcohol beer. It tastes like you might think you're drinking a 5% everyday summer drinking beer, which makes it delicious and dangerous simultaneously.
Along those same lines, you have the Delirium Trennens. We've talked about this one in the past, but Delirium is a Belgian strong ale. It's light in body. It's like a straw kind of color. It has the definite Belgian characteristic flavors of banana and clove and a little bit of bubblegum. But it's highly carbonated and has a really big foamy head that's nice and creamy. So this is it tastes like an easy drinking, light, fizzy beer with some nice complexity to it, of course. But this is an excellent beer that you can just drink with food, over conversation, and get those nice Belgian flavors. A slightly different beer in the Belgian style is the Allagash White. This is a white beer, so it has wheat added into it. So it's, if you think of other wheat beers like a Blue Moon or a Hefeweizen, something that is it's yellow, but it's also a little bit cloudy when you look at it in the glass, but it has those yeasty, cloudy characteristics to it. This Allagash is also bottle fermented, which means that the fermenting process is it continues while it's in the bottle, so it has some little bit of yeast at the bottom, which really makes for interesting flavors. The Allagash is really it's a really accessible beer if you're looking for something to sort of expand your horizons, try something, but you don't want something too bitter, or you're not quite sure. The Allagash is a great place to start. So those are 4 of the Belgians that we have here. We have about, I think, like 5 other Belgians here at Punks. We just think that they're great fun, a great way to try some new flavors, and yeah, we love Belgian beers.
Do. We're going to replace the Mexican flag with the Belgian flag soon.
Just as soon as we can find one.
Yeah, not a lot of Belgians here. So come in and enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.